All right, we are live. We are live. Let's go. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Listen, this is a new series we're doing. All right, this is about the third or fourth time we've done this week, so I'm really excited. Happy Saturday to everybody who is joining in right now, and let me know, if you're joining the chat, if you're joining and you're watching here, and you're tuning in. Let me know in the comment section or in the chat, and we'll have the chat pop up during the show, and I'll be responding to you all's comments and everything. So we're gonna get started in just a quick little second. I'm gonna just go ahead and make sure everything's set up correctly. All right. Shout out to the people who have been subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, because we're up here consistently talking about what's going on in the economy, financial wise, and business wise, and everything as well. How it's affecting everyday Americans, which is insane what's happening right now. But hey, it's almost a new year, and we got a lot of topics we're going to cover today. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see where this show is gonna go for the foreseeable future. Because I love talking about these type of topics with you all and discussing, and I read the comment section as well. So I'm really excited to get engaged with you all. Also, YouTube just released a new update for us creators, and we're allowed to respond to you all, to your comments, by recording audio, which is really cool. So I'm excited to even share more of my opinion and make sure that, all our voices are being heard, but at the same time, we speak what is on our mind, because honestly, hey, we're not always going to agree with everything, right? So anyways, let's just go ahead and get started with the show. The first topic we're going to cover tonight is Americans canceling Christmas. All right, Americans canceling Christmas. Again, if you're joining in, say what's up in the chat. I'll have the comments pop up somehow, some way, and I'll be responding to you all as well. So let's go ahead and get into the first video for today.
Last year, we decided to skip Christmas, and we're doing it again this year. I have a family of 5. We have 3 kids, all boys, and my husband and I sat down one night and we're like, you know what? Like, we spend so much money on Christmas, like presents, everything, and then like the next year, they don't even remember what they got. Like, we would much rather have memories and family time than a gift. Now, Santa still comes. Santa arrives at the house, but presents from mom and dad are no longer. So last year, we actually surprised my kids with this. Instead of Christmas, we took a vacation. And we did not tell our kids until the night before we were leaving. We took a whole video on it. It was so freaking cute. And my kids loved it. We told them, we're like, hey, we're not doing Christmas. Just a heads up. Hope you're okay with it. And they were like, can we do this every single year? So we said, yeah, absolutely. Like, if you guys are down, we're down. So obviously they still get presents because Santa comes. But like the mom and dad presents, we just go on a trip. We just go on a vacation. So we took them on a cruise last year. And I
actually love that idea. Experiencing something like going on a vacation or getting out of your normal environment brings so much more memories than just getting a gift, because even as a kid, like, they'll be so excited. And I remember being like this as well, be so excited about getting a Christmas gift. And then 2 to 3 months later, you're, leaving it on the floor, or you're not as excited about it. And that's what just happens with us humans. I mean, even when we save up money to buy nice things, maybe you put a down payment on a house, or you move into that new apartment, or you get that car, or something that you've been wanting really bad. After a while, it starts to wear off. And that's the excitement that once was there. It's called anticipation. I actually think it's really interesting on how we all kind of operate under anticipation. It's like you really want it. The most exciting part of wanting something is wanting something, because once you have it, it's exciting, but it doesn't nearly last as long as you wanted the thing. Now, on the other hand, she didn't break down why they're doing this. I mean, like, she said that, the kids will forget about the gifts that they got, but I'm wondering if they're doing this for financial reasons as well, because honestly, she said she stopped giving mom and dad gifts. So she's not giving that much gifts to her partner, which probably makes sense since they're going on a vacation. But let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Would you go on vacation as a Christmas gift, or would you rather stick to just gift giving? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Yeah, I just seen another mom on TikTok talk about this, how she about to cancel Christmas in her house. And baby, I stand beside her. I stand beside her. I stand beside her with canceling fucking Christmas, bro. I stand beside her with canceling Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12 in 15 days. Yes, his birthday is a week before Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old who don't give a fuck. And no, I did not raise them like this. I don't understand where this come from. I raised them to know how to cook for themselves. Not fully cook, but they know how to cook for themselves.
That's one of the things about parents that I hear a lot of the times is when the kid is actually doing something that benefits the parent, I raised them. But then as soon as it's something negative, I didn't raise them like that. Like, we got to be real with ourselves as adults. I don't even have kids, and this is something that needs to be addressed, point blank, period. I mean, people come up with a million excuses as to why their kids act a certain way, why they're not in shape, why this is that, why the economy is so bad. People love to create excuses when things don't work in their nature. And this is coming from someone who had basically, I had two parents in the household growing up, and I was acting out of control. I was acting like I wasn't raised the right way, as a younger teen. Like, I would be acting up in class and being a goofball, getting in little fights and stuff like that. And it's like, my parents did say, hey, we didn't raise you like that. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain age, like, she's talking about like her kids being, 12 or 10 or 11 years old. It's kind of crazy because she's saying that her kids don't give a F, but at the same time, it's like something's missing. You get what I'm saying? Something's missing. It's how you're raising them. It's the repercussions, the consequences that you're punishing them with. Are you even punishing them at all? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and continue forward. And of course, I clicked out the video. So anyways, we're going to rewatch the whole thing, man.
She about to cancel Christmas in her house. And baby, I stand beside her. I stand beside her. I stand beside her with canceling fucking Christmas, bro. I stand beside her with canceling Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12 in 15 days. Yes, his birthday is a week before Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old who don't give a fuck. And no, I did not raise them like this. I don't understand where this come from. I raised them to know how to cook for themselves. Not fully cook, but they know how to cook for themselves. But that's not their job. Their job is to wash their ass twice a day. Do your laundry, clean your room, and make sure the bathroom is clean that y'all use. I don't use y'all bathroom. I'm not going to either. I will walk past their bathroom to use my bathroom. I would not use their bathroom. Right? All right. Over this past Thanksgiving break, they was on Thanksgiving break for a whole week. A total of almost 9 days. They were on Thanksgiving week. Let's start off with case number one. I started up before they went on Thanksgiving break. I had my AirPods. I had a case, right? I just found this AirPod because one of them dropped my AirPods and lost it. So I just found this one. So I now have two. I don't have a fucking case. The case is just gone. It just disappeared and it's dead, so I can't track it. I don't know where the fuck it is. I have no clue where the hell the case went. Case just disappeared. And now that they're gone, I'm going to go search their rooms because if it's in their room, I'm whooping ass and taking names. Yeah.
I just want to say this for the record. I love it when I hear parents talk about how great their kids are. And obviously it benefits the parent to talk about how great their kids are. And they say, yeah, I raised them. But then as soon as something happens that's out of their favor, I didn't raise them like that. Can we just come to the point where we're honest with ourselves, to where we're accepting that you may have raised your child in a good way, but they still have something called a choice, just like you have a choice, right? You didn't listen to everything your parents said. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, doesn't mean that you had to raise them in a bad manner for them to act bad. Sometimes it's just the choices that we make. People come up with excuses as to why they can't get in shape. People have excuses as to why they can't save money. It's all about your choices in life. It's all about your choices in life. I used to act up as a teen, get suspended from school, get in little fights, be a goofball, be a class clown. My parents didn't raise me like that, but guess what? I made choices. And those choices had something called consequences. And a lot of people believe consequences is something that's just strictly negative. Consequences is the result of doing something. Whether or not her kids took her AirPods or whatever, it doesn't mean that she taught her kids how to take something that wasn't theirs. It could mean that the way she's acting or the way she's displaying her own actions, the kids can perceive it as, oh, if she gets to do what she wants to do, then I get to do what I want to do. And hey, every situation isn't equal. I know you got to be a guardian at some point, but I just hate it when I hear people or parents talk about how, well, I raised them and it's something good. And as soon as the child does something bad, oh, I didn't raise them like that. Bro, you don't have to raise anybody. It's called setting the example, and someone gets to make the choice. You don't always have to raise somebody in a negative way in order for them to have negative actions, negative choices.
Case number 2, my son. On Saturday, I woke up, I was sick. I was sick as a dog. Whatever this black plague is going around the United States, I caught it. I was sick as a dog. My throat hurts, I'm congested, sick as a shit. I said on Saturday morning, make sure your laundry's done. Kalani, make sure Jay gets his done first because you just wash clothes, so you shouldn't have that much clothes, right? Keep in mind, he's 12. They know how to wash their own clothes. I taught them how to wash their own clothes. I taught them how to clean the bathroom, clean the kitchen, and do their own laundry. In case of anything was to happen to me and I can't do it, you guys know how to do it. You guys know how to fend for yourself and make basic food for yourself. Oh, okay. Yesterday, I walked past the room. But remind you, this is Saturday. Yesterday, I walked past the room. There is a bucket of clothes. I said, well, I just told you to put your clothes up. What are those? Those are dirty. Excuse the fuck out of me? How are those dirty if I just told you to get your laundry done on Saturday? Or what were those? In 24 hours, you wore a bucket full of clothes?
Okay, so it sounds like she's canceling Christmas because her kids aren't following directions. They're not obeying her. They're acting out of line. But here's the truth. You had all year to fix that. It's like kind of getting an oil change, and it's like your oil light is on in your car, but you're ignoring it for 6 months. You know, depending on what kind of car you got, your engine just might lock up. But it seems to her that she has a well enough car in order for her to last all year. But then when it comes to that one big moment, Christmas, she decides to have repercussions. We need an oil change. Yo, you decided to not discipline your kids until Christmas? Are you kidding me? Unless I'm missing something here, but let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. If you think this is the justifiable reason why a parent should even cancel Christmas for their kids. And my parents, I'm coming from experience on this one as well, just opening up, being a little vulnerable. One year I was I was acting up so bad in school. My parents delayed Christmas for me. They were like, nah, like every week you just get to open one present because of the way you acted. You know, we didn't raise you like this. And you know what? That did make me realize that, hey, maybe I need to think twice before I start doing stupid stuff in the classroom and goofing off. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, my parents had gave me repercussions in the moment. All right. You don't want to like, why are people delaying repercussions and waiting till Christmas? I'm canceling Christmas because my kids was acting bad all year, bruh. All year? You had hundreds of days to fix this. Why is it Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it just Christmas?
Christmas is canceled at our house this year. A couple of months ago, we told all of our friends and family that we will not be buying gifts for anybody this year, and we will not be accepting gifts from anybody this year. So to not buy us anything. If you absolutely must spend money on us, you can buy us household supplies, or you can pay a bill. That is all we will be accepting. I just saw the first post of the season about gift ideas for the hard to buy for person in your life. It's not even Halloween. Like what? Like, why are we doing this every year? We don't need any of this shit. So we will still be like decorating for Christmas and going to Christmas parties and doing whatever Christmassy things, but just no gifts. And I think a lot of people should be doing this. And I actually know a couple people who are doing this, and I love the idea. So it's not too late to tell all your friends.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that. Like, most people should do this year round. You know, why just focus again on just Christmas? Oh, we're not buying gifts. Okay, but you do understand, like, Christmas lies within 1 month. You got 11 months left in the year. Like, what are you doing those 11 months? You get what I'm saying? It will still make a difference because most people already spend past their budget, get into credit card debt for Christmas. But it's like, you can't be one or the other. You get what I'm saying? You got to choose a side. Over here, We go by making more money and investing your money. You know what I'm saying? And sticking to the plan. Most people, they get upset. Black Friday really isn't Black Friday. Christmas, people spend a lot of money. I'm not spending any money on Christmas. Bro, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? What are you doing for your birthday? I know somebody who spent like $5K on their birthday. I'm not saying it's wrong, but they surely didn't have $5K to spend a couple months ago. So where the money coming from? You going in debt to do these things, man? You got to give me a break. You got to give me a break. You can't be one or the other. You can't be hot and cold at the same time. You can't say, well, I'm going to blow money for 11 months and then the 12th month on Christmas. No, I'm not going to spend any money because you know what? Prices rise. Black Friday is fake and Christmas, a whole bunch of people overspend. And we're not going to do it this year. And we didn't do it last year. But what about the 11 months that was previous to Christmas? Like if you don't do Christmas, and people are ending up going on vacation and going in debt and having to pay interest because they decide to go on vacation when prices are already hiked during summer because businesses know when most people have free time from the job and want to travel, then why even focus on this 1 month? You get what I'm saying? People need to be preaching this every single month. Taking care of your finances, being responsible over your funds, because here on this channel, we review people who are in great financial situations, but also a lot of people who don't make the smartest financial decisions. And this is the advice that I wish I had when I was younger, because I just thought that you could just make the money back, especially when you spent it on a credit card, especially when you went into debt. And you're working backwards. Most people get into debt during Christmas, bro. Like you already got to pay the money. Now you're paying extra money. You get what I'm saying? But what are you doing the rest of the 11 months?
I'm not giving my kids a Christmas this year for no other reason than they don't deserve it. And they're my kids. I know my kids. I've seen what they've done all year, and they don't deserve it. They've literally got on my nerve for the last 365 days. I ask very minimum of my kids. I'm outside every day working, busting my ass to assure that my kids have what they want and they need. They'll come home, they'll be home all day doing nothing. They did not, do their laundry. They didn't mop a floor. They didn't wash the dishes. They didn't even wipe the damn toothpaste off the sink. They don't take the trash out. They don't do nothing. I have 3 grandkids. I am extremely active in their life. I've never skipped a beat.
First of all, I didn't even know she was a grandma. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she had a baby early and she looks really good to be a grandma. I mean, hey, but here's on the other note. What are you teaching your kids from? You get what I'm saying? Like we're not celebrating. I'm not buying anything for them for Christmas because they don't do these things. What are you doing to help your kids realize that they need to do it? You get what I'm saying? Like canceling Christmas isn't just going to hit. It's one time a year, man. It's one time a year. I'm just like, I think back when I was a teenager and I was, before I was a teenager, like my mom, right? She would be quick to be like, hey, you know what? You don't want no whoopings, right? And in the back of my head, as far as I can remember, I'm like, you know what? I can get over the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like I had that mindset back then. I'm like, you know what? Pain is only temporary. Pain is only let's go ahead and get it over with. I don't like to dwell on problems. I like to get them done, get them over with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about if you grew up like that. But it didn't really work on me until my mother figured out that this child likes electronics. Like I'm a nerd at heart, right? He likes electronics. No TV time, no video games. No phone, no iPod, no laptop, no MP3, none of that. None of that. You're not even going to the electronics station in the store. I still do that to this day. I'm 27 years old, man. I wonder what is she disciplining her children with in order for them to act in line? Canceling Christmas usually isn't going to fix a year-long problem. That's like putting a plug in a tire. It's a temporary fix for the moment. But do you think the child is actually going to remember all the times that they didn't wash dishes? Give me a break. We don't even work like that as humans. We just don't. As humans, I mean, like we're all humans, but as adults, usually people start to make better choices for themselves, even if they don't want to make the better choice, if the punishment is greater than the reward. Hear me out. You can try to rob a bank all you want. You can plot on stealing $1 million from the bank, but you know all it takes for you to end up getting punished is getting caught once. You only need to get caught once, and after that, your ass going to jail or prison. Now $1 million is going to prison. Which one? And you don't even know how long you're gonna be there. So you know why you think twice before you do something that's crazy illegal? Because the punishment is greater than the reward. What's the reward for washing dishes? I'm not saying she should pay her kids allowance. I mean, hey, it's a responsibility. You shouldn't really look at it for a reward, but they should look at it as, if I don't get this done, then what do I have to lose? And people love complaining about their kid. Oh, they don't do this, they don't do that. Don't you live with them? Like, something just ain't clicking right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the second video where people are canceling Christmas because their kids ain't acting right, as if they don't have control off of what their kid gets and doesn't get. She's just said in the video earlier, I make sure they get what they need and what they want. That's the problem right there. You giving them what they want. Are you kidding me? When you get what you want without having to do the things that you needed to get done, you wouldn't do it either. If you can get a 2-week paycheck, you know what I'm saying, and not going to work, would you go into work? Most people wouldn't. You know why? Because they work in order to get the money, in order so they can make a living, in order for them to pay bills. But what if you didn't have to work? Would you still work? Most people wouldn't. Most people wouldn't.
Call me a Scrooge, call me a Grinch, but I would be okay with canceling Christmas this year because the overconsumption of materialistic items right now is just, it's mind-blowing to me. Why do my kids need everything that I just bought them last year that they shoved under their bed and played with one time? Why do all of my family members need gifts right now? Every year Christmas comes around and I have so many people to buy gifts for, and it's very overwhelming, and I just think we need to cancel Christmas and just take a family vacation. Like, I would much rather put that money toward traveling with my family instead of buying them materialistic items that they're gonna just shove under their bed and use for one day.
She's speaking facts. I definitely would prefer a vacation or going out and having an experience over getting a gift, unless that gift is something that I really, really needed. On the other note, she's saying that her kids will forget about the toys, forget about the gifts, put them underneath their bed. Like, that does make sense. I mean, we do that as humans. Again, it's the shiny object syndrome. The most exciting part of wanting something is wanting something. It's the anticipation. It's the reason why, fun fact, Apple designs their iPhone boxes to fall out slowly, because they want you to have that last bit of anticipation. I read that a couple years ago. It's actually really exciting how they make their products. On the other note, right? On the other note, she was explaining how, you know, doing something, getting gifts for multiple people. Oh, we got to get gifts for everybody. No, you don't. Why are we living in this false reality? I have to give it. I have to give it. You don't have to give it. Don't get me wrong. It's polite. It's nice. It's loving. It's caring. You don't have to give a gift. This is another form, from what I see, as keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, I got to get so-and-so a gift. I got to get, oh, yeah, so-and-so. Listen, they're going to be okay. Tell them Merry Christmas. Send them a text. You're already paying for your cell phone bill. I wish my Stream Deck button was working, because I give myself a round of applause right there. You already paying for your cell phone bill, meaning it costs you to send out messages. Tell them Merry Christmas. Send them a little gift card. Not a gift card. Send them a Christmas card from Dollar Tree or something. I used to feel the same way. I used to feel guilt for not getting people gifts. The only people I get gifts for now, my girlfriend and the people who I live with, that is immediate family. I don't feel obligated to get anybody a gift. Now, if God puts it on my heart to give a gift, I'm going to give a gift. But I'm not going to consume TV and watch commercials and listen to songs and let that dictate my actions. You got to think for yourself. People are in so many bad financial situations because they don't even make their own choices. They let people in media pre-program how they should think. Oh, Secret Santa, Secret Santa at the job. Bro, I'm good. My 9 to 5 ass, hey, y'all want to do Dirty Santa, which means you get each other goofy gifts and whatever. And that's cool. That sounds really fun. I'm not doing it right now. I'm working on getting out of debt right now. And $20 is a lot. Not in a sense of like what it could get me, but in a sense of if I put $20 more towards my student loans or my car loan, then I'm paying off my principal. And over time, it's going to catch up and I'm paying less in interest and I'm getting out of debt quicker. Then when I'm out of debt, then we can talk about, hey, I can be a little bit more generous. But you can't pour water out of an empty cup. You got to help yourself first, man. You got to help yourself first.
So this is the first Christmas I have to officially cancel for my child. And I you know how you always say, as a parent, you always say like, you're not getting this or you're not doing this, and sometimes you still let them. Like this year, I literally have to cancel Christmas. Like I'm sad because I had already did my Christmas shopping, or at least started it, and now I have to cancel it. And what's so ironic is today, earlier today, I bought a Grinch tree, and my daughter was like, "Why would you buy Grinch? We on Santa's side." And like now Christmas is literally canceled. Like everything that I've already gotten, I'm taking back to the store. I'm tired of being a great mother and some of the behaviors that are just like things that just can be fixed easily. I'm tired of it. And this month is my birthday. 2 days before Christmas is my birthday. So yeah, Christmas is canceled for my child and possibly both of them, but right now 1 out of 2. And I'm really sad because, oh my gosh. But I can't keep doing the things I do with the behavior.
I already know what she's going to say. Like, let's get to the point here. You just said that you was backtracking on the stuff that like you said you wouldn't do. If you worked, okay, she's a parent that says you're not going to get this unless you do this. Then the child doesn't do it. Then she gets upset, makes TikTok videos about it, and then says, you know what, I'm going to still get it for him because, I'm going to do some stuff that I said I wasn't going to do anyways. That's called respect. Has nothing to do with Christmas. Has nothing to do with, oh, the kids don't want to act a certain way. Has everything to do with your actions. Why would anybody respect you if you don't even follow through with your word? And I look, to a certain degree, I understand where she's coming from. But if you that serious about it and you making TikTok videos about it, telling the world about how your kids don't act right, I think you need to start sticking to your word. And this probably has some other correlation in her life. You know what I'm saying? People do this all the time. I'm going to stay on the budget. Then they go and overspend. Well, I'm going to eat at home. Then they go and eat out. If you went to work and your job said they're going to pay you bi-weekly and they don't pay you bi-weekly, they pay you every 2 months, wouldn't you have a problem with that? Because they didn't stick to their word. Would you still work that job? Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. But would you still believe future things that they said they were going to follow through with if they didn't stick to the first thing they said they were going to follow through with? You wouldn't. It's called broken promises. It's why people don't have the confidence to do the things that they need to do because they've broken their word so many times. And the first step is to stick to your word. And she seems like a great mother. You know what I'm saying? Hearing her conversation. But it's the broken promises that's causing you to want to cancel Christmas for your kids when they're your kids. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below, man. All right, so the next topic we're going to go over, all right, are car repossessions, which is actually one of my favorite things to view on YouTube because not only is it entertaining, but it's like, yo, people put themselves in so many crazy financial situations. It's like, I don't want that to be me. And I'm going to take this content as a lesson on what not to do. Like, that's how I view this content. So we're going to go ahead and cover that topic. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're liking the content so far. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get into the first video.
Let me tell you a story about how my car got repo while I was getting a car wash. So keep in mind, and I'm gonna show you the video after this, but keep in mind, I'm like in the midst of renting my car out. So I'm like, okay, let me get it washed first, etc., etc. I never knew this was gonna happen. I ran out because somebody else had got pulled over by the police in one of my rental cars, so I ran out to go get them. As I'm going to go get them, tell me why I come back. They like, puppy, 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 policia, tochakia, doctor. I'm like, what? They're like, yes, yes, brr, aka, go. I'm like, what? This is the video, y'all.
The police,
You got an actual video.
mira, the people watching the dog. They told we go. Hey, what happened? Mira.
Man, what?
Bro, pay your bills. Like, what? Bro, there was so much going on in that story. First of all, he's renting out the car. He's at a car wash and it got repoed. I don't even know if he's doing this just so he can pay his car note or if he's doing it so he can like run a business. But I've heard the Toro business, trash. I'm not here to argue with it. Trash. If you got a car loan and you over there renting out your car, bro, you shouldn't have that car. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with doing extra work to pay your car note. But like, bro, why are you renting out the car? You know how high of a risk it is for somebody to do something to your car in the first place? You know what I'm saying? And it's like people get loans. It's like, bro, they get car loans so they can put it on the app and rent out the car that they don't pay the bills for. This don't make any sense. Make it make sense. Please, somebody explain in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, if you're enjoying the content.
Hey, bro, what's up?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Your car on the repo list?
Man, on the repo list, he's trying to go over here, bro. This ain't even my spot, bro.
I ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. You gonna have to take it up with the people on that paper right there.
Man, come on, bro. This is my side shit, bro. I can't be doing this shit. Bro. This is my baby mama car, bro. I can't get caught up like this, bro.
Damn, bro. You should have thought about that before you came over here, bro.
Nigga, I did think about it. We ain't gotta get into all of that, man. Come on, bro. Let me come on, man. One time, bro. Don't take the wheels, bro. For real, man.
I gotta take it, homie.
Come on, bro. What
That's
you
crazy.
gonna take me with the car?
I ain't gonna take you with the car. You gonna most definitely have to find another way.
You gotta be taking me with you.
I can't take you with me, bro.
Yeah, well, let's do this way, bro. Nah, we really not going nowhere, bro.
Bro, listen, man.
Yeah, I was on top of the
Don't stay on top of the car, bro.
bruh. I will not leave, bruh.
Bruh, come
Not
on,
getting
man.
off and getting out this parking lot, bruh, with my car.
Bro, listen, we gonna cause a scene, bro.
Man,
You know they call the police in a heartbeat, man.
man, they better be knowing how I am out here, bruh. I ain't tripping about no heartbeat, bruh. I don't even care about the 5 heartbeats. I didn't even see that.
We got a part 2.
Come on, man. Listen, man. You can't prepare because he got your black Air Force Ones today, so you.
I'm a YN. I'm a true YN in the game.
Who the black Air Force One?
We can't sit here all day, man.
So you just gonna leave me like this, bruh?
Listen,
Come on, man.
just call the people on the paper, man. Yeah, it'll work out for you, man. I don't know what you're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the car is behind, but
It ain't what I'm going through, but you finna go through Charlie Murphy. You ain't finna just.
Bruh, pay your bills, bruh. Pay your bills. Budget your money. If you can't afford it, don't get it. Don't get it. Bro, we all know why he's there. You ain't paid the car note.
My car. Oh man.
I got to, homie.
Oh my god. This is some shit, bruh. Ain't no way, Sway.
This, look, he's still shaking the car. He won't give up. Bruh, it's over with, man. It's over with, bruh. He hopped in the trunk of the car. Oh my God. Oh man.
Man, bro, you think I'm bull?
You gave us the whip, bruh. I thought you.
Bro, I'm coming with the car.
Bruh, you can't come with the car, bruh.
Dude came in the trunk. He put himself in the trunk while the car was moving, man. Listen, people are so attached to materialistic things. It's crazy. But if you are not paying your bills, why do you think you still deserve to keep the car that you don't own in the first place? Most people think you pay that car note, you own the car. No. You don't own it. The person or the bank who lended the money owns it until you pay them back. You know what I'm saying? Bro, there should be no reason why you just attached to a car and you know you miss your payments, man. Make it make sense, man.
Wait down before I knock on the door and ask for the key. Cause I don't see people in Akron, they like hopping in whips. Hey, how you doing? My name Evan. I'm from the Repo company. I'm coming down here to sell you these repo papers.
What?
Your car's on the repo list.
For what?
You didn't pay. You're almost like a couple months behind. The people at up in Cleveland at the dealership saying they've been trying to reach you, but you haven't responded to none of their calls. So that's why I'm here.
You can go back in your truck and repo your ass up the streets. Cause ain't nobody touching my car, none of that.
Also, I'm gonna most definitely need the key also.
Well, you're gonna have to fight me for it.
Fight you for the key?
Yeah.
I'm just here because she didn't pay. I here go the papers. Y'all go, do any of y'all want to take this? Every time you try to be nice to people, man.
Yeah, they already in a tight bind. Like, it's not comfortable being behind on a bill, knowing that you owe it. Like, and people are so defensive about it, bro. But it's like, if you have your money right, you ain't got to worry about these things. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that it's easier said than done. But that's the whole point. That's the trap they want you to be in. Easier said than done. Oh, it's this much interest. Oh, it's this much in payments. You know, it's this much per month. And it's like, yo, pay that thing off as quick as possible. I do not like interest. I do not like car leasing. I do not like people taking out, or I don't think it's wise for people to take out loans that are 30, 40, 50, 60,000 and plus dollars just to have a car. Transportation. It doesn't make sense, especially when you can't afford it. And most people have consumed the lie. If you can afford the payments, you can afford the thing. Cap. I don't care what none of y'all say in the comment section. Cap. Just because you can afford the payments does not mean that you can afford the thing. You understand that some people pay off cars in cash, right? You might not have seen it. Well, you might have seen it, but people be buying like cash cars and, you know, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 car. Okay, cool. But why can't you pay it off in cash? Is it your money management? Do you need a car? Okay, if you need a car, okay. The car loan, cool. Do the car loan thing. But make sure you make your payments, man. Them people are not playing about their cars, man. It couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
He's not taking my car.
I gotta take it. And I don't want you to get hurt. You're gonna have to get down. I don't want you to get hurt, man.
Sorry, I can't.
You got, oh my God. This guy, why did you can't be
I know this guy. I know that, like, bro, you gotta love this job, bro. In order for people to put you through this much BS about a car they don't even pay for. You gotta love your job, man.
Easy. I can't let you take a tow truck, girl. Dang.
Just told me I was just on the phone with him. He just showed the paperwork that he paid the car.
He lying.
He's not lying.
He most definitely lying, for sure. I promise he lying.
Right, that's what you came up with.
I'm all the way from Cleveland. Why would I come all the way from Cleveland to come down here to get a car?
Shit. Like, who knows?
I said I wouldn't be here if he was. I promise you, I wouldn't be here. So
damn.
So listen, check
How
out.
much is gonna be for me to get it out of the tub?
Everything right here. Everything right on this paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be in my lot for a couple days. You can come, once you pay everything, they'll email me, you can come down to my lot, and they just want people to communicate with them. And evidently.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I've never had a car repo. Thank God to the Most High. Don't plan on it either. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, it's like you probably got to pay like a car lot fee or something in his yard in order for you to get your car out. And then you got to pay your car note, and you got to pay whatever you late on, and then probably some late fees or something. It's not the normal payment. I guarantee you. It's not worth it, man. Missing a couple payments and mismanaging your money. I don't know what these people doing with their money, but in order for them to get a car, make a payment or a down payment on it, and then not be able to pay it, like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened? You can work with the loan companies if you just are honest with them and you tell them ahead of time. You know, if you lost your job, you know, tell them that, and then maybe they can break up your payments into a weekly basis. You should already be doing that, by the way, because you will pay less interest in a longer amount of time. Like you will cut down your interest rates if you make more frequent payments during the month. But I just wonder what these people be doing with their money, because obviously they're acting like they need their car. So why aren't you acting like it's a priority when it comes down to paying the bill?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on right now? What you doing?
Is your car on the repo list?
I'm gonna pay.
If it was paid, I wouldn't even be here, bro, right now.
I'll pay my shit though.
No.
Hold on. You need different, bro. What paper?
Paper say you almost 70 days late, bro.
Nah, I paid my shit. I was just a day late. I paid them $350.
You owe way more.
70 days, bro. That's 10 months. I mean, that's 2 months and 10 days, bro. What are people, bro? In 2 months and 10 days, getting paid every 2 weeks, you would have ran through at least 4 paychecks. 4 paychecks. And the car note, $350. What are you doing with their money? What are they doing with their money? This is exactly why the lie that people say, oh, if you can afford the payments, you can afford the thing. Oh, it's this much per month. And people think they can afford it until some stuff happened in life. They don't have a savings account. You know, they maxed out their credit cards. Ah, man, you know, yeah. I got paid 4 times, but I can't pay $350. Bro. What be going on, man? What is going on? What is happening?
$350.
They told me that they were gonna be cool for that.
They would have most definitely emailed me over, updated the stuff, but they never updated it, so it's still in my system.
Bro, ain't no way. Look at these payments, bro.
Bro, that bank account say negative. I ain't never seen a bank account that negative.
That's because I paid my shit. That's why.
You show the payment went through?
Yeah, that's why. See, it's negative.
Bro, he has the nerve to talk about he paid his bill and it's negative, bro. That's not, your account is not in good standing, man. You get me? Like, it's not in good standing. I've been there before. Not with no car note, but you know what I'm saying? Go to the gas pump, swipe the card, click credit, you know, and it only takes $1. I ain't got enough money in my account, and I go ahead and fill up my tank, and then a couple days later, I'm in the negative, and then they charge me an NSF fee. I've been there before. That's not fun. But you definitely can't afford that payment. Because now you owe the banks and they're going to charge you a fee. And so you robbing Peter to pay Paul. You don't need that car. You need a less expensive car and you need to make more money. And people going to say all the time, oh, you know, people need a car, you know, $350 ain't bad. Listen, bro. Prices are always going to go up. You're not in control of the market, of your interest rates and all this stuff. At the end of the day, you have to make the best financial the best financial choice for yourself. Most people get what they want, not what they need.
You sure you got the right car, buddy? I paid my shit yesterday, bro.
I scanned the VIN numbers.
I'm only a day late.
I scanned it.
I'm supposed to have a grace period.
That's the order.
Nah, bro. Hell nah, bro. Fuck that, bro.
You gonna need that,
You
bro.
understand what I do, bro?
Disrespecting that man. Like
I understand. You probably.
All right, bro. I don't play, bro.
all right, yeah, we ain't about to watch that foolishness. Bro is acting a fool right now in his front yard over a car.
I'm not gonna be happy when they don't have a car in the morning, but.
All right, y'all, this case took me on a long and wild journey, so let's get into it. I got hired by a finance company to track down this guy that has been way behind on his car payments. Supposedly, he moved out of the state, but they believe that he was still in the city, so they hired me to track him down. I had to friend him on social media through a few of my different burner profiles to wait for some posts that he made because we did not have any addresses on file for him. His phone numbers weren't working, so I had to get a little bit creative. After a few weeks, he finally slipped up and posted a couple of stories with his girlfriend showing exactly where she worked. So I showed up to the mall where she worked at, found her in the store, and found a good spot, watched and waited for her to leave because I figured if I can find her, I can find him, and then I can find that car. So I got a good spot where I could see her in the food court and just waited until she got off work. So y'all, she finally gets off of work and I follow her to the parking garage, wait for her to leave so I can follow her. And she is driving the damn car that I'm looking for. So I'm like, great, let's just see where she goes. So she didn't go straight home. She made so many stops and sometimes it felt like she was driving in circles. I was really starting to get worried that she knew she was being followed. But I stayed on her because I'm like, I gotta see where she lives at so I can get this client their information. Eventually, though, she did pull into a house, parked the car, and went inside, and she stayed in there for a while. While she was in there, I looked up some property tax records for the address, and turns out that that was her house. So I went ahead and I called and updated my client, and here's that call real quick.
I got an address for you. It's gonna be. Yeah, it's the girl.
Bro, these companies ain't playing. They not playing. They over here getting shorties to go on social media, stalk the person, go to their location, track what their movements are, find out where the person stay so they know where the car is at. I'm surprised they just didn't have a tracker in the car. Like, you wouldn't even need an address or to hire a person if you had a tracker in the car. I guess not all loan companies or car companies do that. That is crazy. I thought she was about to say like she flirted with the dude, but she said that the man has a girlfriend and she waited for the dude to post his stories. That's on another level, man. That's on another level, bro. They not playing around. They not playing around, man. They not playing around. All right, y'all. Last topic we're going to cover is one of my favorite to touch down on because it talks about education, which is useless degrees. But what I'm going to do is run to the restroom and I'm coming back to finish off the show with the third topic of the day. Let's go. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Had to run for the restroom real quick, but we're gonna finish off this last topic for the Saturday live show. And before we even get into that last topic, y'all, I do want to let you know we're gonna be going live tonight again. But we're gonna be covering a whole nother 3 topics for you all. So that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, we're doing 2 live streams today. Really excited for that. And let's pull up this last topic. By the way, make sure you do subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I appreciate all the new subscribers and all the support and all the love that you all have been sharing up here. So, get into this third topic. Some degrees are now useless. It's going to be a touchy situation, touchy topic for a lot of people because, well, people love that degree. They just do. But not all degrees are created equal. Let's go ahead.
You don't need a degree, my ass. Y'all better stop letting these motherfucking course selling TikTok gurus bullshit y'all in the old degrees don't mean shit. As a nigga who used to believe degrees don't mean shit until I hit this goddamn corporate world, yeah, that shit checked me and humble my ass, my black ass real motherfucking quick. Mind you, and I got fucking experience, years of experience in the job, certifications, goddamn fucking green belt, all type of shit. But guess what? I don't have that piece of paper, which is why I got one more fucking class left till I goddamn graduate. Why the fuck you think I'm at ODU right now? Yeah, because when you start trying to get mid-level to senior level positions, you need that degree, bro. Especially if you're in a job field like myself, supply chain, where if you want to, because when you get to mid-level and senior level positions, you're touching money. Any job that requires you to touch them motherfucking people money, you need a degree, bro. You need that fucking degree. Don't let these entry-level tech niggas and these fucking certification gurus tell y'all don't need that fucking degree. I'm telling you. And for the people who got degrees and then they're telling you don't need a degree, I guarantee you when they go apply for them jobs, they make sure they check that fucking bachelor's degree box. I guarantee you.
Well, I guarantee you that it depends on what degree you get in the first place. I mean, it sounds like his career needs him to get that degree because he's going to be touching money. Okay, cool. But not every position actually requires someone to touch money or manage money. On the other note, I think he said he was in supply or chain supply or something like that. You probably do have to, and it probably does give you a boost if you have a degree. On the other hand, there are people who say you don't need a degree who have degrees and they get paid money that people with degrees get paid with. So it all depends on which industry you're getting into. I don't believe a degree gets you, but so far it gets you credibility, but it doesn't necessarily always guarantee a job. We cannot forget that. I'm not downgrading the degree, but I am saying a lot of people don't know how to network. They don't know how to hold a conversation. They don't know how to make meaningful connections and work themselves within the company that they want to work with. Most people get a degree, hope for the best, go on Indeed, click a button, and act like it's Tinder. Oh, they didn't reply back to me. It's because you're doing what everybody else has done. Have you ever thought about that? If you're not doing anything extra, going to the job site, going on LinkedIn, clicking in following or building connections with people on LinkedIn that work in the company so they can start seeing you around their own social media, then I'm afraid you're not even doing enough. You know what I'm saying? I know multiple people. I went to college. A lot of my friends talk about how hard it is to get a job. Bro, it's probably because you've been signing up for jobs in the same way everybody else has, clicking a button on the internet. That's just the truth.
Can someone explain to me how I have 4 degrees and still can't get a job? BA in communication, BA in Spanish, BFA in dance. Get ready for this one. Master's degree in freaking journalism. Mind you, I've gotten laid off not once, not twice, but 3 times in the span of 2 years. So if you're feeling behind, just know you're not alone.
But here's the truth. Degrees don't guarantee jobs. College doesn't guarantee a job. You know what they say? We guarantee you can finish and get your degree in such and such years. They guarantee a sheet of paper with credibility. A degree doesn't save you from a layoff. you have to put in the extra effort to have yourself stand out. Most people were taught education, memorization, and go to school to get the degree. They're told how to learn information or memorize information, but not how to market yourself. You see, college does a great job at marketing itself because they give you a promise, right? And most people misinterpret that promise. Oh, if I go to college, I have a better chance of getting a job. You have a better chance of getting a higher paying job, not a job. Because people are going to hire who they want to hire. You can have all the degrees in the world. Oh, why did you get hired? I have all these degrees. I got the best grades. Bro, unless you know why the person didn't choose you, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to know because they're not going to tell you. And a lot of people would take that as discrimination. You just don't know. You don't even know how to improve from it. You don't even know how to market yourself. College markets itself really well. That's why people go into tens and thousands of dollars of debt, money they don't have, for a chance to make more money. And then people be coming out with average salaries, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Okay, great. And you can elevate in the corporate world too. I'm just saying, a lot of people go to school, get into tens and thousands of dollars of debt for jobs that don't pay them nearly as much money that they thought it would be paying. Imagine going to school, taking out student loans, you $100,000 in debt, and your job only pays you $40,000 to $50,000 a year. That might be good to someone. Not for my standards. Not at all. And we're not even talking about the top schools. You got nah. You have a greater chance of getting a higher paying job. It doesn't necessarily mean you deserve the job you want. You got to separate those two.
Here are the top 5 degrees with the worst ROI. If you don't know what that means, it means return on investment, but people still pick them. Number 1 is fine arts. The average pay is around $45,000 per year. Number 2 is education, one of the lowest paying fields despite needing a degree, which is insane because that is some of the hardest jobs that are out there, is teaching the next generation, but unfortunately, it is unrewarding. Number 3, we have psychology. It's a good field, but the entry level is very rough. You're often going to need to get a master's degree on top of that, which is more money and time. Number 4 is communications, which is oversaturated. However, I don't even know if I agree with this one fully because it really depends on which kind of avenue you take. If you do more of like a consulting role, but maybe those jobs are really hard to land. Number 5 is hospitality. So lots of jobs, but there are low pay. So definitely not something that you want to go into if you want to get a guaranteed job out of college. These are the kind of degrees that are in these statistics, but it does not mean that you shouldn't get one. Maybe pair it with something else to give yourself a little bit more flexibility in the job market.
100%. And she's right about that. It depends on what route you want to go in. People use what they learn in college for their own businesses, for other people's businesses, mom and pop shop, whatever businesses. And then the corporate world, it's like, you got to understand the path that you want to go down. And a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go after what they're passionate about. There's nothing wrong with that until you start complaining about, well, it's so expensive to go to college. Oh, they need to pay me more. Bro, you should have chosen a field that pays you more. That's called research. You expected somebody to pay you more and you didn't do the research about how much they get paid? A lot of those degrees that she listed, that is the truth. And that's coming from someone whose mom was a teacher for 20 years, bro. Teaching is a very emotional, taxing job, and physically. And you work for free on the weekends because you grade papers and do lesson plans and stuff. You gotta love teaching in order to be a teacher. I will say that. I've rarely ever heard people say they chose a teaching career because they're doing it for the money. You gotta love teaching. And some people are perfectly fine with that. They're okay with that. And that's fine. I know how that feels, doing work that doesn't feel like work. That was me being a personal trainer. You know what I'm saying? But I knew not to go to school being a personal trainer. I mean, you can get a personal training job without a degree, without going tens of thousands of dollars in debt. A lot of people go into school and they say, well, I got my degree, but what's your degree in? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much are you contributing with your skill set to societal problems that pay the most amount of money? Communications. psychology. You know, it's sad. It's just sad to say. It's just sad to even think about sometimes. It's like, bro, these people love what they learn usually because people choose what they're passionate about. But we live in a world where you don't get paid off of, your pay isn't dictated about how much you love the topic. Your pay is dictated off of how much value you contribute to society, how big are the problems you're solving, and for who.
Unless you guys want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, or an engineer, your college degree is becoming more and more useless by the day. I'm not saying that you don't learn anything from college. I'm not saying that college isn't useful. I'm just saying it's becoming more useless by the day.
So I'm a fifth-year electrical engineering student, and something I want to address is that he's kind of wrong. Even engineering is becoming more saturated with students every single day, and just an undergraduate degree is not enough. I have a 3.6 GPA, and I applied to over 400 internships last summer, and I ended up getting one, but with my GPA and the places that I chose to apply to, I should have gotten way more offers than I did. I applied to 400 places, and I got about half a dozen interviews and one offer,
Here's that entitlement mindset that we hear. You know, I applied to 400 jobs, so I should have gotten more offers. Did you click a button to apply to those jobs? How many people clicked a button applying to the same job you applied to? And yeah, you got your degrees, but do you know there's AI that sifts through not only what degrees you have, but also the keywords that are in your resume? Did you know that? Most people are behind off of how to apply to jobs these days. You got to get in front of people. You got to network with people. The other week, I was out here doing overtime. I work in IT. And I was doing overtime, getting in front of the people who are collaborating with the company I'm working with now. I wanted to meet the inside people. I didn't have to work the overtime. And when I worked there, they said we could leave within 2 hours of being there. You know how long I stayed? I stayed for another 6 to 7 hours, not to make the money, but to get affiliated with the people, remember their names. Then the next day, at the end of that first day of overtime, they said, hey, you can show up tomorrow if you want to. We weren't going to invite anybody else to like work overtime, but you're welcome to. You know, you can get more affiliated with people and network. Yes, I'll take that opportunity. I worked another 9 hours of overtime. Don't care about the money. I cared about networking, getting my foot in the door, letting people remember my name, making sure that they don't think I'm just some random guy that just wants a job that's clicking a button. Now I have personal emails. Now my foot is in the door. Now I'm past the HR process of HR looking at the resumes, because that's what they do. That's what these big corporations do, by the way. A lot of the times it's not the department that you're applying for. It's HR doing their whatever recruiting method, and they're over there looking for the best qualified candidate, and they don't even know the job that you be doing. Like, I've been on many IT interviews where HR departments are like, well, I don't know what any of this stuff is, but I have a list of questions to ask you. And I'm like, bro, how are they supposed to know that I know my stuff? And they're over there waiting for, you know what I'm saying? It's just a mess. But what are you doing to apply to these jobs? I had this same mindset a year or so ago. Man, I applied to so many jobs, man, and they're not hiring, man. You're clicking the same button everybody else click. The people who aren't having degrees, they're clicking the same button you click. Why do you think you're so special to be picked out, bro? Get rid of your entitlement mindset, bro. You got to put in that extra work. I'm so grateful that God blessed me with having to learn how to talk to people, how to network, how to handle objections, getting into sales. I worked sales for 5 years of my life, and I am so thankful for that, because it removed the entitlement mindset. People shouldn't buy from me just because I'm good at something. They should buy from me because I helped them make a confident decision off of what they already wanted. I don't have entitlement when it comes down to getting things that I want. You know what I have? Determination and perseverance. I applied to 400 jobs. Okay, cool. Apply to 401 and move the fuck forward. I get passionate about these things, man, because I believe in it. I get passionate about these things because I've been in the mud before, living paycheck to paycheck. I've been in the mud before, only depending on one source of income and being an entrepreneur, selling your own product and having regular people buy your product and making a living off of that. Bro, that's hard. But most people, they had this mindset when it comes to getting jobs. It's like, well, I have a degree, I have these GPA. Bro, they lied to you. The GPA is more valuable in the college world than it is in the real world. Don't nobody care about your GPA, bro. They care about if you can actually do the job or not. can you do the job or not, bro? And can you work on the team or not, bro? I don't care how pretty you made things look on a sheet of paper. When it's time to work, we want results. Man. All right, so that was the last video for the Saturday show. All right, we're going to go live later on tonight. I'm really excited about that. Because this is a new series, so I'm going to choose out some more videos for us tonight. But if you like these type of videos, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, I'm out. Let's get it.